Look at that. Oh, that is hideous. It's my boat. Not sure what that is, but it's gross. Well, it's a gorgeous spring morning. I'm out before daylight, getting to the boat ramp, getting the boat in the water, and going out today. Gonna try out a new fishing reel combo that I think is gonna surprise you. Gonna try doing some anchoring to catch some fish, and then I'm gonna have to battle the wind at some point today. Come along with me, let's go catch some fish. Hey folks, I'm Melhorn. Today we're going fishing in some beautiful spring weather. We got some bad weather coming, we'll talk about that later. But for now, I'm gonna get the rods baited up and get them in the water. I think y'all know what's in here. Oh, there it is, guys. Y'all know what that is. Ain't no dying, we're gonna throw it right down there on the catfish cutting board. By the way, if you want one of these really cool catfish cutting boards, I'll put a link down in the description below, or you can go to my website, melhornfishing.com. There's a link there, and there's our promo code for all catfish products. Type in catfish at checkout, CATFISH, and you get a whole bunch of money off. Anyway, we're fishing. And I got a little surprise for you in a minute, something you're not gonna believe. Well, you may, because you know, I'm crazy like that. So anyway, today it's not like fishing and stuff. Today, putting the Rip and Lip Super Cat bait casting rod on the boat. That's not the amazing part though. I have been using their spinning rods on my spinning tackle for about a month, and decided to give those a break. Love them so far. And put these on the boat. I'm putting Pinky on one of them. They're red, so guess what we're putting on there? You got that right. We're putting some of this magic juice on here. Some of that strawberry jello goodness. Well, there ain't no surprise that I got this on the boat. Y'all kind of expect that by now. It's been working, been producing fish, so Daddy's gonna keep on using it. To keep it simple, oh, look at that. For you guys at home, red rods are going to equal the jello. We're gonna put some cut bait on the other ones. But I've got 6 rods. I know you're doing the math. You're going, Dieter, you only got 2 red rods. What's gonna be the other jello rod? How are we gonna know which one is the jello? That's where the surprise rod's coming in. Oh, look at that. Folks, we are going old school. We're going with a spin casting reel and an ugly stick catfish rod. This rod has caught thousands of catfish. Look how old this thing is. Look at that. We're going old school. We're going retro. I got to get it tied up. I got it spooled up with some Andy line I put on there last night. We're going to try to catch some fish. Right now, guys, it's nice and calm out here, man. There is no wind at all. It is slick, but wind's coming. The wind's going to pick up significantly today. Going to get up to some, what I'm seeing on the weather 30-mile-an-hour gusts. So we're going to be drifting here, needless to say, as that happens. I'm not a big fan of anchoring in that. Sometimes you have to, and it's just frustrating. No matter what you do, you've got boats swaying and moving around, especially with my boat. It's just like a bobber. It's on top of the water. So for now, we're going to anchor. I'm going to try this early. And as soon as this wind starts to get up and gets consistent, I'm going to go to doing some drifting. So it'll be big drift like drifting, man. That's going to be a lot of wind. But that's okay. We can fish it. I can drift in any kind of wind. It don't matter how bad it gets. I have a lot more confidence in that. Fishing, drifting in the wind than I do anchoring in the wind, or at least I enjoy it more. You can catch fish either way, but I can control my boat speed and don't have to worry about spinning around like a top. But for now, for the next little bit, we're going to give it a shot here, see if we can stick one. All right, guys, I got it tied up here. Put me a Santee rig on it. Got me some chicken. I'm going to sweeten the pot with it because I know they love chicken. Man, I have not fished with a spin caster in forever. Ugly sticks. Been a few years since I've used those a lot. So we're gonna chunk this thing out there and see if we can hook into a piggy. Boom. I think we got one going on. Yes, sir. Catfish Pro Rod. Hooked up, baby. Hooked up. This one has, you guessed it, perch on it. Perch bait. First fish on a cut date. Man, there's some nasty stuff in this water. I'm gonna show y'all a picture of this in a second. They call this Chemical Creek for a reason. Good gracious. Oh, it's nasty in here. I think I can let this fish in. Whole thing. It's gonna be all kinds of gross. Ugh. Look at all the crap that's on it. There's like this nasty part of it's pollen. The other part is some, I don't even knows what. Poor fish. I hate to release him into it. Look at all that stuff. Oh, look at all the crap that's on him. It's nasty. Huh. Gross. I think I got one hitting this rod. I ain't even got this one back in the water yet. Yep, that would be the Ripping Lips rod. Matter of fact, let me do this. Got this one. Bam. He is hooked up. I'm trying to put a rag on this to get all this crap off the line. That's pretty bad. Yeah, I didn't even get that one back out yet. Another fish. I'm gonna have a little pack of them coming through here about the same size, nothing super huge. Take it. Nasty water, dude, nasty. I'll show you that in a second. I guarantee you that is not the same fish, but it's a little bigger actually. Simmer. There we go. Man, hopefully one will hit my Subco reel. Really good. Fun eater sized fish there. Yeah, all that stuff on him. Pow. Two back to back in a hurry. Let me get this one back out. Boom. Up here and get some of the magic goodness. Oh, the miracle bait. There it is. They want that little piece back there. Look at that. That is goodness. Goodness, scrump delicious. Oop, drop my hook. My first fish that I've caught on a Ripping Lips bait casting rod. Caught him on a spinning rod. Good action, I like it. Look at that. Oh, that is hideous. Like I said, some of it's pollen. There's also like this scummy film. There's my boat. You see my boat there. That's just a line of stuff on it. Not sure what that is, but it's gross. Ah, there comes some of the wind I was talking about. It's not bad yet, but starting to get a little breeze now. Two fish back to back, right quick. Makes you wonder, is there like a little pack of them moving through? Did one fish bite and spark another one? Who knows, but we got two close together there. One on chicken, one on perch. So kind of an even split here. I always wonder when that happens, you know, is there like a little group of them feeding? Or does that one fish sense another fish feeding and decides to hit whatever bait's close? I don't know. Who knows what happens with that? But eater sized fish, nothing super big. Hopefully I can get, you know, an hour out of sitting here. I'd like to spend a little more time just in case there's some bigger fish. We'll just see what the wind does. Right now, like I said, it's not bad. I am curious what that nasty stuff in the water though is. It's pretty gross. I'm gonna have to clean the boat today for sure to get that stuff off of it. But yeah, we're gonna give it a little sit here. Springtime. It's a nice morning right now. The bad part is it's gonna be getting cold here soon, but we'll talk about that and what effect that may have on the catfish. All right, guys, got one going. On the chicken side of the boat. Red rods and the Zebco 888s all got chicken on it. I'm drifting now. Made a run down the lake and decided to do some trolling. The wind's starting to blow, but not bad. The bite was not on fire up there. Just got a hankering to move across the water and drag some baits. So that's what I'm doing. Had one good slamming bite a minute ago, did not get hooked up, and then got this one. So this is on that new Super Cat Ripping Lips rod. I've been trying out, and it's another good eater sized fish. Come here, sucker. There it is. Good eater fish. Good eater, guys. Good fish. Nice one. Now, one thing I failed to do earlier. Oh. Squeeze the chicken. I caught a fish earlier on chicken. I didn't squeeze the chicken. And I just caught another one, so I gotta squeeze the chicken again. Yeah, folks, that bite up there wasn't on fire. It wasn't bad. I put a couple fish in the boat. Had a pull down up there, anchored that I didn't get hooked up on, but had a little breeze and was just kind of anxious to do a little dragging and just see what the drift bite's like. And so I got my rods out, split up nice and even again with 3 of them with chicken and 3 of them with cut bait. And we're just making a slow pull across here. Wind's not bad yet. It's just kind of a nice little steady breeze right now. Marking some fish in here. There's some good arches. I just want to cover some water and see if there's a consistent bite. I can get on through here drifting because as this wind gets up, it's going to be the probably the best way to fish. So we'll see what happens. Guys, I'm thinking there may be one on the planer board. Yeah, boom, got one on that planer. And we got one on that planer too. Deuces. This feels like a small fish if he's still there. Let's see what we got there. Yeah. This one is on chicken side. I'm gonna be a little bit liberal with getting this thing in here. It's not the proper way to take a planer board off, but when it works, it works. 2 fish on planer boards hit almost identically at the same time, 80 feet apart. Funny how that works. We were talking about that earlier. Getting 2 fish almost back to back. That one there, guys, is a channel cat. That's hooked into the throat pretty good. Come here, sucker. How far down are you hooked? Boy, they bleed when you get them in the bottom of the mouth. Luckily, there we go. Channel cat on chicken. You know what that means, guys? You know what that means? Let's get this other fish. This is feels heavier. It's off to the side of the boat now. Deal with this board. Like I said, guys, this is normally, this was like a true trophy monster fish. I would just pop that clip and let it slide down the line, but we're not tournament fishing. It's a good fish though. It's a better fish. This one, Catfish Pro rods and reels. You've seen these on my boat before. I've got some videos about them. 30-pound Andy line. Check these rods and reels out at catfishpro.com if you're interested in getting one. Right now, I'm using it to get this fish in. Better fish. See if it's a boga grip. I'm hoping it's a boga grip fish. Yes, sir. Nice, nice. Knows he's hooked now. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Simmer. Come here, baby. Oh, missed you. Got you now. Got you now. Heck yeah. Put him in the boat. Boom. Got him. Where's he gonna go? Oh yeah. Get up there into the teens. We'll take that, guys. Anytime I get a fish in the teens, it's a good fish. And that's a good one. Nice fish. Always happy to get one like this. Let's get it back alive. Boom. There you go, guys. Doubled up. 2 fish. A good one and a small one. But we're happy to get them. Pretty productive on the drag so far. I'm happy with that. Tells me there's some fish in here. Kind of figuring out which way exactly the wind's blowing right now. I'm just drifting with the wind. I got a small drift sock out. I'm gonna reset here in a minute. This will probably blow me up onto a point here, and I'm gonna have to reset. I'm gonna make this drag again. When you put 3 fish in a boat like that and have several bites, it's a good sign there's fish in here and they're active and they're feeding. So I'm gonna make another drift across it. Probably gonna put out my bigger drift sock and see what I can get into. It's been about evenly split now with fish. So I think we've had 3 on the chicken and 2 on the perch, but no dominating, overwhelming presence. And water's a little dingy. Some of y'all, if you follow my channel, I'm not the biggest fan of drifting and dragging in muddy water, but it isn't totally muddy. It's just dingy looking. It's working. Fish are biting. And this water is this color. It's been a while since it's rained. As a matter of fact, it's been, I want to say, about 10 days since we've had rain. So this is just some stuff that's hanging around, some inflow from the river. So happy so far. Wind's going to get worse, but we're prepared for it. Going to reset here in a minute, see if we can catch some more. Guys, I think I'm going on the planer. Yep. Boom, baby. Another chicken bait. Wind's starting to get a little bit stronger here. Get this sucker off here. Pretty good hit. I'm up on the point I was telling you about, but I'm coming off of it. That's where that fish was. What I try to do is keep that line tight. Seemed to work. Like I said, I don't advise you to use planer boards that way. That is not the way you're supposed to do it. But I did. So this one is into another line. That's what that flicking is there on that one, if you see that, guys. Feels like a better fish. Got my bagger grip here in the middle. Of course, he may feel better because he's in another line. Get the bend there. Ah, he's not that big. I think it's more line drag than anything, but a nice fish nonetheless. Yeah, that line's pulling me pretty hard. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Open your mouth. Whoa, Simmer. You're gonna get to hear the chicken if you get up here now. You're gonna get to hear the chicken. Got him. Oh, there he is, guys. Good looking fish. Got line all over him. Let me move some stuff out of here, because you know what's gonna happen. He's gonna talk to the chicken. Talking to the chicken. He's talking to the chicken. You gotta have fun, folks. You gotta have fun. Listen, after all we're doing is fishing, man. Nice fish. Chicken. Here, chicken. Pretty fish. There he is. Good one. True, big splash. Big splash. Again, this is on the red Ripping Lips rod. Trying to keep the red theme going. And also got my red Bonetown sinkers. And then red chicken. See, I'm trying to keep this easy for the folks at home. You can even like keep count while you're driving down the road. Mo chicken. Mo chicken. Mo chicken. Mo chicken. Mo chicken. Got to have mo chicken. Man said mo chicken. Oh yeah, it's goodness. Colonel Sanders knew what he was up to. There's another fish on the planer board. I think we've had about 6 fish in the boat now. I think half of them have come on the planers. So I've only got 2 planer boards out right now. So a disproportionate number hitting those for some reason, but it is what it is. We're catching them, catching some fish. And after I got that one in and got it released, I put the big drift sock out. That's slowing us down now to a good 0.4. And I thought I was gonna have to reset on that point, but the winds kind of started to make it shift to the west. So it's blowing me straight up the river here. And I'm just gonna finish this drift out and see what happens. It'll probably end up being about a mile-long drift if I stay on this course. So it's gonna cover a lot of water. So far, 4 fish on this pool so far, which is good. And we'll just see what finishes up here. No super whoppers yet, but I'm telling you, when I'm covering water like this and I'm getting bit, I know good and well it can happen at any time that you get a good fish. So for now, keep on pulling them, see if we can catch some. That's the bite right there, guys. That is the bite. Yeah. That is the bite. That is on a planer board that is way back there. Oh, did he come off? Can't tell, can't tell, can't tell. May have. Board skating in. Awful easy. Or he's going upstream one. We will see in a second. No, fish is still there. Oh yeah, he's still there. I think he's just coming upstream. I think he's hooked good. I'm gonna take a chance, taking a chance. This is not smart, guys, not smart. I got slack line, not good, not good, not smart, not smart. He's heading toward the channel. Went under another line. This fish is all over the place like a striper. He swam straight at the boat. Then made a 90-degree turn. He's going upstream now. He's still swimming. Just realized he's hooked. Boom. There he is. He knows he's hooked now. Good fish. Good fish. We'll take him. Take him all day long. That size, guys. All day long. How light that fish is. Dadgum. Stop, 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 stop. Stop. Got him. Oh. Got him. Look at there. That light colored fish. I wonder where they's at. Y'all know something, don't you? Look at that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's that? 16-pound range. Good fish. Very nice fish. Look at him there. Get him back alive. Y'all know what's coming, don't you? That's right. Chicken. Pow, that's another one on the planer board and another one on chicken. Planer boards are producing some fish for some reason. I don't know if these fish are scared of the boat or if that's just the way it's working out right now. But yeah, definitely a disproportionate number of bites and catches on the planer boards, especially considering we only got 2 out. But a lot of them on the chicken side. So Making a little longer drag than I expected. I was about ready to pull the plug and make a move, and I got a bite on that same planer board a few minutes ago. Was reeling in a line to check bait, and that board folded over. So still had bait on everything. I'm gonna finish this pull out, see what happens. This is close to where I was anchored at and had been catching some fish, so maybe those fish have just moved around a little. Who knows? We'll keep dragging some baits through here and try to pop another one. Wind's pretty steady now, and as soon as I get to the end of this run, I'll reset. But for now, I'm catching fish, and I'm gonna keep on dragging. All right, guys, got a chicken bait going on old Pinky. Hooked up. Small fish. Make sure it's still there. Maybe a very, very small fish. It is a very, very small fish. We got bit finally, man. That's a long drag without a fish. This one is barely gonna count. I'm not even sure what it is. Oh, he's a little one. He's a little one. Little bitty blue. Man. Little bitty sucker. That is not the kind you want to mess with. Learn to be very careful. If you hadn't seen the video, I put one of these fins through my hand. The interesting thing is, oh, you know we're gonna do it. You know it, don't you? Chicken. Interesting thing is, there's a lot of arches on the screen. We'll talk about that in a second. All right, guys, so what I was saying earlier is I'm drifting with the wind. I'm just letting the wind carry me. I'm using a trolling motor to guide the boat. You can troll into the wind. You need, and that is totally trolling at that point. You use a trolling motor. Generally speaking, especially on a day like today where it really can have some strong wind, you better have a strong trolling motor. I only run a 12-volt trolling motor on my boat because generally I'm going with the wind. If you are trying to troll into wind or troll into current, you need to go to a 24 at least and a 36 ideal. It's a little more work. It takes good control of your trolling motor. You need to have a remote control so you can control it. But either way, very effective way to catch fish in the wind and work the wind to your favor. So what I was saying about arches was the last part of that drift back there were a lot of arches right up there on the bank, within a couple of 100 yards of it. And I really pushed the drift, man. I was carrying it right up to the piers and just couldn't get any to bite. Sometimes that's the way it is though. Especially here lately with us, middle of the day, the bite has been, it's slowed down is the best way to put it. Bite's been better early, middle of the day, it's slowed down. Now, on all those days I've been anchoring up, I've been trying to hit spots where I could pick off some bigger fish, mark some bigger fish. And one of the reasons I wanted to switch up to drifting today was to cover water, because even when a bite slows down, there's always going to be a fish somewhere, especially if you put a bait in front of it that may eat your bait. And that's kind of what I'm hoping is going to happen today as I finish this drift out through here and try to find that one dumb one that's willing to eat, because you never know. Even when the bite's slow, things have slowed down, there can always be that one out there. That's what I'm hoping for. Well, folks, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Here are a couple more videos that I think you're gonna like. I'd watch that one and then that one. No, do that one first and then that one. I don't know, just watch them both. They're both good.